How's it? Today is Monday, November 11th, and my recovery is not so simple. Over the weekend, things have been kind of iffy. Like, my heavy lifting on Thursday was pretty good and was very, very exciting. The squats and deadlifts on Friday were not so much. Things didn't feel the way that they did earlier in the week, and I think that is to be expected. When I look at this issue, it's it's not simple. Like, I think a lot of things need to go right for it to improve, and for the most part, things have been going the right way. I think that sometimes if I push too hard, I don't give myself the leeway to have my endurance be challenged. And so when my endurance gets pushed to the edge, then I start to crumble and fall apart and things start to hurt again. And I think that that is the big issue. I think when I'm fresh and primed well and I'm warmed up, nothing hurts whatsoever. But that's like in perfect situations, in perfect conditions. And so I'm trying to just give myself that grace that is necessary for me to feel like I'm still moving the right way that I want to. As far as today goes, today is a Snatch day, which is kind of building up on last Sunday. If you remember, I was actually home lifting on last Sunday. And actually, this is my first weight, my top set of my Snatch push press plus overhead squat. I did 210 pounds last Sunday, which is, what is that? Like a kilo over 95. So I am just trying to do the same thing, but like a little bit heavier today. Same thing with all the snatches as well. So I went up to 100 today, which is 220 for the snatch push press plus overhead squat. My back is still feeling pretty achy from Thursday, Friday, over the weekend. I was actually supposed to go hiking, but we didn't end up doing it, but it's okay. Maybe that was a good thing because of the way that my body was feeling. So yeah, I think that like when I'm looking at how I could be moving better, I feel like I am not necessarily like giving myself that opportunity for things to go poorly, if that makes sense. Like I'm trying too hard and putting too much pressure on myself, that expecting that everything is going to go perfectly, because if everything goes perfectly, then I wouldn't be hurting right now. And now I'm a little bit disappointed in the way that things have been moving because of that. But I don't think that that is realistic, and I feel like I've given myself enough examples for it to work in the proper way. Going back to the training today, at home I did 3 triples at 175, which is about 80 kilos. It's a little under 80 kilos because 80 is 176 pounds. And today my goal was to do 3 sets of 3 at 85, which is like 187. And I was unable to do any of them. I was able to do 3 doubles though. I failed the third rep twice. And I don't know. I felt like if things were going a little bit better, maybe that would have been a bad thing for me to keep trying and pushing this weight. But on the last set, I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna do 2, and 2 should be sufficient. So essentially today was just 3 sets of 2, so 3 doubles. So I'm quite a bit away from where I used to be. Last week on the Thursday I did 90 for doubles. So when I'm like kind of thinking about how I'm moving, that right there, that 85, this first rep, that was the best rep I've done in a very, very, very long time. I held onto my extension pretty well. I was really over the bar. That bar did not move out in the slightest, and I was able to catch it with a lot of extra room and space. And I think I did a little bit less of a good job on that second rep, but still pretty good overall. And there was no pain on those. And then from here, it's just like I'm kind of tired, and I don't know. I always expect myself to do well. I expect myself to be as perfect as possible, but That is simply not possible in a lot of cases. So when I'm looking at this here, it's like if I had lifted that, then I would be less upset. But I was pretty mad. You can see here, I'm pretty mad. Like don't talk to me type of mad. And here's my last set. This is the one where I kind of resigned to just doing 2, and I I think that was the right call. I wanted to see if I could do pulls for my like kind of accessory moves, but given how achy my lower back has been feeling, it didn't seem right, and I think that was the right call to do. For my accessories, I just did some pull-ups and then my Pallof presses as normal. Like right now, it's just after work. It's super late. It's like past 12. It's like 12:13ish, and my body just feels like it got ran over. It feels like I've been standing and I've been awake for a very long time. You know that like kind of where you feel it in your joints, but there's nothing like necessarily wrong. It's like you've been awake forever, you've been walking around for forever, and it's like one of those like I just really need to sleep very like restfully. That's kind of how I feel, and I think if I did pulls, it would probably be a lot worse. So I think that was the right call. I'm gonna still try to do my pulls on Wednesday, like I did last week for the clean and jerk stuff. But I don't know. I'm excited for how it's gonna go. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.